TV. This is Douglas Dennis, the Alkaline Life Coach. This is the Alkaline Vegan Podcast number 15. We're talking about going alkaline for beginners. I did a podcast the other day about going vegan for beginners. This one is a little bit different, and there's different recommendations. That one was for going vegan. This one is for going alkaline. So I have all different advice for this after I did this years ago. So this is from my own personal experience. It's been several years for me now, thankfully, and it gets easier and easier as time goes on. So you have that to look forward to. So if you're a beginner looking to go alkaline, you're in the right place. Stick around. I have 10 tips on going alkaline for beginners, alkaline vegan, and I have 2 bonus ones at the very end. I'm going to share for you that from someone else's tips. So let's get right into it. If you have questions, I'll get to them at the end. If we have time, just post them in the comments and then I will check them at the end and I will answer them as long as they're relevant. All right, great. Let's get into it. So the first tip for going alkaline vegan for beginners is to be very, very solid about your reason why you're doing this. I know this sounds like it's stupid and you should just skip it and ignore it, but this is very important because whenever you go after something big, whenever you do something important, first of all, anything worth doing is not going to be easy. Sorry to burst your bubble. I'm not going to say, oh, it's so easy. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be making videos about it. I don't make videos about stuff that's easy. You could just find it out for yourself. So the reason I'm making so many videos, I have over 200 videos, because these things aren't necessarily easy for everyone. Maybe it's easy for you. Awesome. You're blessed, and don't take it for granted. So make sure you know your reason why. I recommend writing it down. You don't have to show anyone necessarily unless you're getting coached or if you have a accountability partner. Then you can tell them, but you don't have to announce this to the world. This is just for you. Deep down, this is what's going to carry you through when things get rough. If you don't have a good why, let's look at the opposite. What if you don't have a good reason? Well, the first time you're going to stub your toe, you're going to quit. The first time someone waves something in front of you then that smells tempting, it's not going to last. So if you really want to make this long term and get a result out of it, then you're going to have a really solid reason why. What was my reason why? Well, to sum it up really short, basically I was dying and I had to turn it around. So it became a must. It became a must do for me, but I won't go down that rabbit hole. I have other videos where I talk more about my story. If you want to know more, you can ask in the comments. Next tip, visualize what it is that you want. Instead of just when you're doing your reason why, and I've been talking about visualization a lot, yesterday's video and so on. I'll just touch on it really quick here because you have to be able to see what it's going to be like when you get the good results. Otherwise, what are you even going for? So make sure you know what it is and you can visualize it in detail. What's it feel like when you wake up in the morning? What is it like when you go about your daily routine? What is it like sleeping at night? What are your relationships like? get into the really, really gritty details, that is going to have huge results. Most people don't bother taking the time to do that, and they don't get good results. So if you want to be above average, you're going to have to do things that other people won't do. And most people would rather just eat fast food rather than be healthy. So let's move on to the next one, number 3, affirmations. These go along with the first two. You could lump them all together. While you're visualizing every day, you're going to keep repeating these over and over to yourself. Now, why go to so much trouble doing this? It doesn't have anything to do with going alkaline, you might think. Well, you're a human being and you have a human psychology. So if you're going to get a long-term result out of yourself, it's not going to be easy. Most people would rather never change. Most people would rather die than change. So in order to make a change, it's possible, and I recommend it, unless everything is absolutely perfect for you, then you probably already figured this out. So let's move on. I have other videos about affirmations. If you want to see in detail about that, you can check some of those out. But I did want to add it here because I think it's a really important thing. A lot of people skip and never really do anything like this, and then you're leaving it to chance. If you really want to get the most out of your lifestyle, affirmations take barely any time and they can get you a massive result. So I talk about them often. There's a reason for that. I repeat it over and over again so that you will finally do it. All right, next one, number 4, is, thank you for the thumbs up, by the way, I appreciate that. Number 4 is the food list. If you don't already have this list of food that is the non-hybrid foods, I have it listed up for free in one of the links on the description. I think it's the Patreon link. It's posted there for free. You can get it, print it out, put it on your refrigerator, and print a second copy and put it in your car or your purse. And that is going to be your best friend, because you're not going to remember what foods are natural, not hybrid. So Dr. Sebi tested these foods for which ones are genetically modified and which ones aren't. Don't trust the last 50 years of research. Genetically modified foods have been being created for thousands and thousands of years. So if you just look at whatever they say is non-GMO, you're not going to get the full picture. You're not going to get all the information. That's like a little tiny sliver of information. It's not the whole truth. So take that list, make that list your friend, and let me know how it goes, because you'll see for yourself, and that's the best way. You can listen to me all day. It's not going to get you a result. Actually taking some action and making some changes, that's going to get you a result. So, and again, that's not a prescription or anything. It's just a list of food. I'm not a medical doctor, and this does not replace medical advice. So before you do it wrong and try suing people, make sure you know what you're doing. A lot of the people on this channel have already done a deep dive for months and months and months and already talked to several doctors about this. Then if you're at that point and still want to know, then keep asking. But the answers are out there, and a lot of them are on this channel, but it's just information. It's not, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you from my personal experience what I'm doing. So just be clear about that. So now here's the next number 5. With this food list, what do you do with it? You shop carefully, or you grow your own food. That'd be way better. But when you shop, read the label. No one's gonna read the label for you. And sometimes they sneak by. I've had some sneakers sneak through that have some BS on the label that is there to trick you. That label is not, they just want to sell it to you. And once they've sold it to you, it seems like anymore this day and age, they don't care. Because a lot of these artificial and toxic chemicals, they're not so toxic that they'll kill you instantly. So these companies can get away with feeding people garbage, whatever they want, and getting away with it because they saw what happened with tobacco, how it took decades and decades and decades and decades to finally prove there's a link between smoking and lung cancer. Oh, wow. Facepalm. So they can get away with murder, basically. And you can't trust the label for keeping you healthy. The label is not there for your health. Don't get it twisted. It's there for marketing and to sell. So I know that that's weird and that sounds like a conspiracy or sounds evil or something like that. Well, trust me, I do marketing and I've created products and created labels and stuff like that. So I understand a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes. And I know other people that have created companies and created labels and they don't care at all about your health. Though most companies just care about making money. That's what business is for. Now, I'm not criticizing business. I'm just telling you how it is. So be realistic when you look at a label. Don't think it's there for your protection. It isn't. Okay, so let's move on. That's a rant that you might have heard if you've tuned into a lot of my other videos already. So let's see. Here's the next one. This is kind of a funny one. I wrote it down as kind of a joke, but then I'll break it down more serious. It says, "Don't get invited anywhere." Now, that's an exaggeration and a joke. However, if you did take that advice seriously, you would probably be better off. Because, and this isn't a video about business or success, but I have other videos about that. But one of the major problems that most people deal with, especially in the very beginning, it's not you, it's other people. Thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. I appreciate that. So it's other people that are going to be waving stuff in your face and not knowing anything. They don't have to reside within your body. They don't have to suffer when you suffer. They're like, whatever they're doing, they're not going to have to live with the chronic condition, whatever it is. The reason that you're wanting to go alkaline in the first place, that's your personal thing. And other people that's none of their business. So there's a lot of pressure, peer pressure, family pressure. I've lived in different countries, and while I was transitioning over to alkaline, and it's weird how it's different places have this kind of pressure to just eat what everyone else is eating. Just shut up and eat it, kind of thing. Well, from my experience, then I might have to, for example, I might then suffer for days after for something that's then stuck in the body. So, so whatever other people are tempting is going to, what good is it going to do? None. And this is the same story. This is the same thing I was talking about in Think and Grow Rich. I was talking about this yesterday. This is the same thing that I was talking about in the videos about business. That the same thing happened to me when I started my first or second or more businesses when I was younger. When you try to step outside the box, your old paradigm, your old habits are still going to be there, and they're going to feel like they're holding you. In addition to that, the old people you were hanging out with are still going to be there. They're going to be commenting the dumbest things you've ever heard. And that's why that's why it says, don't get invited anywhere. Tell the people that are going to invite you somewhere, tell them before it happens, no. So that you don't have to get tempted in the middle of something. Also, set your own goals and check out my videos on goal setting and being high performance. Because if you don't have your own path, if you're not heading somewhere worthwhile, that is, if you don't have a mission, then you're going to get sidetracked by other people's mission. And some other people's mission is just to waste your time or to get something from you. Depends on, there's a lot of people out there. Some people are trying to get their own personal thing. Some people are just trying to distract you. Some people are just miserable and lonely. There's a lot of different stuff going on, but sometimes you need to cut off the noise. And if you have close relationships that are important to you, then you need to have some kind of a talk with those people and tell them what you're doing. You're not asking them for their permission. Who cares what they say? You're just telling them so that they don't annoy you later. It's for your own good. You're not going to be missing out. That's when I first quit drinking years ago, I had this weird feeling like I was going to be missing out on something. Have I missed anything? No. Are you kidding me? I'm not missing anything. Other people are missing out. The people that are drinking are missing out on something. I know what it is, and they don't. And they think, oh, poor people that can't drink, they're missing out. Not at all. Not at all. So this is such a flip of what the mainstream is talking about. I know it's not the popular way. It's not always the most popular way is the right way. Michelle says, cheers to that. Thank you. And I'll get to your other questions at the end of this list too. All right, here's my next number on the list. What is this, number 6 or 7? Yes, number 7. Eat before you go out. If you must go out, if you must go to some stupid event that your life coach, wink, would probably just make fun of, that's with a bunch of losers, that's not going to make an impact on your life. Now, if you have somewhere really important to go that is going to impact the world, great. Go for it. Go make it happen for sure. I'm not just saying, but I think what I'm saying is what most people are doing. Like I see people rushing around, the rat race, like Bob Marley sang about. People racing around. Where are they going? You know, I've been around the world and lived in other countries, and I've done business and I've done a lot of different things. What's so important? What's so important that people are doing? Is every single person pregnant, racing home, racing to the hospital to give birth? Where are these people going that are speeding? Where do they think is so important? Nothing they're doing is important. And I'm saying that I'm laughing, but I'm serious. And I know you think it's important, but it isn't. So most of the things are not going to make or break you. Most of the things that you're doing in the day to day are not going to make an impact. And that's a whole nother video. I feel a rabbit hole coming on. But I'm not saying that to be mean. I know some of you will misunderstand. But I'm just saying that to wake some people up that what are you racing around doing? It's not, is it really worth it? If you question it, you know, prioritize better. Everyone could prioritize better. And successful people are prioritizing. They're not doing things that they could pay $10 or $20 an hour for someone else to do. They're only doing things that are going to make a huge impact. But that's a business conversation to have another time. So, next thing on the list. Oh, it was eat before you go out. And then I just railed on everything you're planning to do this summer. But as you know, when I was younger, I was mentoring people in business. I still do have a couple clients that have business needs and need business advice. Most of the things that people are doing are not making a big impact, and they need to focus in on what is going to make an impact. So eat before you go out, and you don't need to go out. So I mean, go out into nature, yes, definitely. Go to the beach, go take a walk, go hiking or something like that, and that would be better. Get some fresh air. So if you eat before you go out or take something with you, then you're not going to get stuck really hungry somewhere where there's temptation in your face. That's my whole point. My whole point is most of these events that are just going to have alcohol and unhealthy food and other people that don't care about your condition, they're not going to have to deal with it. So fill up on something really super healthy, or if you're fasting, be prepared. Be prepared in some way. Just mentally prepared and take stuff with you. Water, whatever you need, just so that you don't get stranded where they don't have healthy things. And after a while, this is very easy. It's not that hard. And also, if you've tried fasting and things like that before, then you won't freak out if your stomach if you get hungry, you'll be okay. You'll know that you'll be fine. So let's move on to the next bullet point and get through these. The next one is to watch some of my cooking videos. So I have 75 videos of alkaline meals. Most of them, a few of them, I made little tiny mistakes and a couple ingredients. Like, for example, I don't really use coconut cream anymore. It wouldn't be the end of the world if you did, but I have pretty much like 70 videos of things that are actually made with good ingredients. So there's plenty. And there are other people I know Not that many. There's a tiny handful. There's someone watching, actually. Michelle makes alkaline food, and I'm going to be trying it out sometime soon. If you're still watching, Michelle, once I should be making some kind of hotel reservation, and I'm really excited. If it's not this week, it'll be the next week. But I'm really excited about that. Um, so you'll see in the next few weeks, the next couple weeks, I should have some photos on my Patreon, and I should have some videos coming out later on YouTube trying out her food. And if you're watching and you cook alkaline food as well, let me know and I'll come eat it. I'll happily come eat it and do a whole video. So it's probably gonna take me 2 trips out there, and then I'm gonna try the entire menu, several different things. And there's one other place. Oh, you're still watching? Awesome. There's one other place I'm gonna try also. So I'm gonna do a double whammy back to back. So I should be trying somewhere else on Friday, and then I think you only do Saturdays, right? So if you want to see there are barely any other people, but there are some people around the country and around the world making alkaline food. Otherwise, you're just going to have to watch my cooking videos and make it for yourself. Next thing on the list, or on the tips, if you're really serious about going alkaline and you're having a hard time, then I have a 12-week program. If you're thinking about doing that, there's one-on-one coaching. And like I was saying the other day, I might not be doing that next year because I have 2 startups right now. I'm in the middle of a business deal at the moment, which I'm excited to talk about in the future. I haven't announced it yet, but check out my Patreon if you want to see the secret behind the scenes of what's going on. I'm also writing a book about that. I don't know, that'll be done at the end of the year. But yeah, if you're really serious though and having a hard time shifting over, there's a link in the bottom of the description of my videos. And you can reach out, but I don't accept everyone into the program, but I do free consultations. Next thing on the list is tune in live, like right now, for example, and ask questions. I've been going live 5 days a week, and we'll see how much longer I can keep that up. I'm going to try to go at least till the end of the summer and maybe till the end of the year with that same schedule I've been doing. Sunday through Thursday, 5:30 Eastern Time, PM. So I'll keep cranking them out if you keep liking them, and let me know if you have any other ideas. But I often take questions at the end of the videos for a couple minutes. Sometimes the Q&As go for hours and hours, depending on how many people are watching and if there are good questions coming in. And so you can also ask questions on my old videos, and I'll answer them in the comments. I'm pretty good about answering the comments. I respond to 90% of them. So it's likely that I will answer if you do comment. And let's see, next thing on the list, this is the 10th tip, but then I have 2 bonus ones from my wife. So the 10th one is to teach the next generation. Because man, I wish I knew about this when I was younger. I had a lot of symptoms and no one seemed to care about it. Well, I'm sure that would cause an argument in my family. But anyway, most people don't know. And even most doctors don't know about some of the things. And that was my own personal experience. Maybe you have some different things going on, but some people like me and some of my clients they went to doctor to doctor to doctor for years already, and the doctors didn't do anything, and just went, oh, can't help, or oh, I don't know anything, or whatever. I mean, I'm not making this up. I'm just reporting back, and so it can be really frustrating dealing with stuff like that. And I've heard a lot of personal stories from people on the channel, people that are either my clients or consultations or in the comments section. This is a good place to get a lot of info flowing through. So I'm learning a lot, and we need to teach this to the youngest people so that they don't have to go back in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s and change everything, because it's difficult. It's difficult to change everything. That's why they slip in everything as to the children, the brainwashing and the sugar and everything like that. It's purposeful, and it's not a conspiracy. I know it sounds like it, but they're rotting their teeth with sugar, which is one of the highly toxic things that has no nutritional value. And they sell it towards kids, and it's a drug that causes behavior problems. And if I know this, then how don't other people know it? So it was difficult for me to quit sugar. It was very difficult, and I wish I wouldn't have had to do that. But old people slipped me sugar when I was a child because they thought they were doing me some kind of favor. They thought, like, my mom was trying to feed me everything healthy, even though half of it was BS anyway. Sorry if you're watching, but it's true. But then other people would be like, oh, your mom is too strict, and then they would give me sugar. And now looking back at them, I want to kick them in the nuts, because it did me no good. It caused tooth decay and other kinds of internal decay. And that was hard for me to turn around. That was no joke. And whenever people mess with me online about this, which they rarely do, but once in a while, it's like, this is not a joke for me. I do crack a lot of jokes about it, though, just to try to keep it fun and entertaining. But this was seriously a lot of trouble in my life, and that's why I'm dedicating so many videos to this, because it's not easy, and there's not that many people encouraging anyone to be healthy, especially men. There's not that many people encouraging to be healthy. It's looked down upon and laughed at. So not anymore. I'm not following their media-driven nonsense. That's not real. That's not the real culture. It's a fake, manipulated culture, and that I reject it. So, doesn't bother me. We can do whatever we want. You're free. You're free. You don't have to wait for someone else to come around and give you permission to be free. You're just free. Okay, anyway. Okay, here are the two bonuses. I asked my wife before I started the live, what's her 2 tips for beginners trying to go alkaline? And these are kind of overlap a couple of mine, but I'll say them anyway because I think it's good reinforcement and to repeat some of them. So she said, move out, go live by yourself. That's the first thing she said. And other people are the most difficult part, is what she said. Offering chicken and drinking beer. That was that, and I'm summarizing basically what she was saying. So yeah, that's what people are going to do. It's highly predictable. What are people going to be doing when they have a get together? They're going to be they're going to be offering you meat and drinking beer. Nothing's new. So it's not like, I mean, I used to own a bar. That's boring to me. That's so boring and miserable to spend your whole life drinking and eating meat until you die of disease. That is so screwed up. And the fact that most people are, even different cultures, are heading in that direction is, and I'm not trying to be, what's the word here? Not condescending, but pretentious. But I'm just being really practical that it's not a good way to live. There's better things to do, and it feels, there's things that feel good. There's things that feel good sustainably. Drinking and eating crappy food will only feel good while it's in your mouth, and then it's downhill from there. So you get a short little childish burst. Like, ooh, I'm eating candy. Dopamine. Your dopamine releases. Like you think you're getting something special. Like, wow, yay. And then the negative effects kick in. So if you can just get enough discipline to make it past, if you can just know, yeah, you'll get a tiny little dopamine burst from some of that, and that's it. And then the negative effects are going to live for years and years and years internally. And, you know, for me, that's not worth it. For you, that's up to you. It's none of my business. So that, and then the very last tip is it's better not going. It's better to just not go to whatever that stuff is. And I'm creating some alkaline events in the future. I heard there's something going on in Chicago where people are gathering once a month or something like that. And that sounds like fun. I might, it's on a day of the week that I'm not available. But anyway, that's cool that people are doing that. So there's a tiny, tiny, tiny community of alkaline vegans or whatever we're being called. I'm calling it the Alkaline Tribe, the people watching. And it's growing slowly but surely. So in the future, there'll be more people to share stories with, you know, in the comments on my videos, in the groups, and in the in-person events. So I'm planning an event for next February. And there's only going to be about 5 or 10 people capacity. So it's going to be very small. But if you're interested in that, let me know. I'm still shopping for the exact place, but I did find a place for next summer, which would be probably in August. Not this August, but the next one. Unless we have enough people that want to do it, that are ready to do it. But, you know, it's going to be like a week-long retreat. So it's going to take some planning, you know, if you need to get off work or stuff like that. But that's next year. That's just letting you know the kind of stuff we're working on. And there's some other cool stuff I'm working on for the future of this channel as well. So let's see. Misophonia ASMR said, why do you want to help people? What if they are bad, evil people that want to hurt you? Would you still be so quick to help them? That is a pretty bizarre question. But people are stupid and evil. Definitely. That's why I'm helping them. That's why I'm helping them. That's not a reason to not help them. If everyone was great, then I would mind my, well, I mind my own business first of all, for the most part. I mind my own business, but if people come to me for help, then, and I've been there, done that, if it's something that I legitimately know about, then it could save a lot of time and effort to help them. Also, there's some kind of trade-off where I'm helping you by giving you free info, and you're helping me by watching my channel, and hopefully YouTube monetizes my channels in the future. So it's a trade-off of some kind. But yeah, people are evil, and that's why they need help, I think. But that's just, anyway, interesting question. Very interesting. And if you have questions or feedback, let me know. Hello, Chrissy. Haven't seen you commenting in a little while. Good to see you back live. Hello, Memes Verlin. And anyone in Chicago, check out Michelle oh no, I'm gonna mispronounce your last name. So let everyone know your Instagram, if you're still watching, Michelle, in the comments. And if you're living in Chicago, check out Michelle. She makes alkaline food. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks really good. So I'll be trying that in the next few weeks, and I'll be posting videos. But she has like an underground restaurant. It's not official. She does everything on Instagram. And I've thought about doing that myself. So very cool, and I respect you. And that must be hard work. I know from cooking all that kind of food. And I make my own empanadas. Actually, I have an empanada video coming out soon. But she makes empanadas and sells them by the dozen. So I'm excited to try hers out and see. Hopefully they're amazing and I can just roll around in them. But I do have my own empanada video coming out soon. I made it probably a month ago and just the videos aren't out yet. At Shelly Shell Poupe, I don't know, what is that? Katie Bug. Anyway, if you're watching, you can check the comments out and show her some love on Instagram. I'm on Instagram at Alkaline Life Coach. I just started. Yeah, I really don't post on there, but I've just been kind of, going there for like 5 or 10 minutes a day just to get the wheels turning. I have an Instagram strategy for growing a business that I've done other businesses. One of my brands had about 16,000 Instagram followers, but it had over 150,000 on Facebook. At first I didn't know how Instagram worked, but I have a video from 3 years ago how to use Instagram for marketing, and it's still on my channel, and it's still a good method. I mean, there are changes with the algorithm, but there's still some good strategies that I shared. Michelle said, LOL, I need to change it. Still thinking of a name. Okay, you're thinking of a name? Oh, I had some good ideas. I've thought about making, of course, several people have told me I should make my own restaurant, but I've already had my own restaurant before I was Alkaline, so I'm not really interested at the moment. But I have a lot of restaurant ideas because I started out marketing a restaurant. And I've marketed other people's restaurants. I did some design and stuff for some Lebanese food and stuff like that in the past. And so yeah, if you want to if you want to go bigger with your restaurant, let me know. If you need to hire someone for marketing, I would really like working with another alkaline business. I would like doing the marketing for that more than just random other companies. So that would be nice. I'm really not taking on that many marketing gigs right now because I've got 2 startups going on, which if you want to know the secret behind the scenes, you can check out my Patreon, but I'm not talking about that on my channel here yet. But I'm really excited. I have 2 companies. Well, let's see. I'll tell you more about that on the Patreon in secret. I don't want to talk about that. It's my channel is already a lot of different things: cooking videos, podcast, mushroom hunting videos. I've already got a lot going on this channel, so I don't want to overload the channel and start posting my new business that I've been going on, because I think it would just swamp my channel with too many different things. So I'll either start a new channel for it, or it's pretty interesting though. I know that I'm being vague and not saying what it is, but it's visually pleasing to make videos about. So I am, I just started the Patreon not that long ago. So as soon as there is someone who is supporting my artwork, I appreciate them. Carrie, if you're watching, thank you. And so if more people start joining in on there, then I will post more of that behind the scenes footage of my 2 startup projects. And that's not even to mention the book. The book actually is related because I'm writing the book about the projects. I'm writing it as it goes. So I'm writing it, it's nonfiction. I'm writing it in real time, pretty much as it happens. I'm like writing it's not real, well, it's kind of like a journal, but it's not like, I don't know if it's going to be presented like a journal. That sounds dumb to me. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll have to get some market research first on the Patreon. That's my plan. So if you want the behind the scenes lowdown of what's going on, check that one out. The link is in the description. But if you want to wait and check that out, by the end of the year, I'll be done writing the book. I should be done writing it by September. We'll see. But then I assume it's going to need some heavy editing and everything like that. So, and I plan on getting some cookbooks together. That will be much easier because I already have all the pictures taken and I already have all the recipes created. So I just need to get that cookbook together, and we'll see how quickly I can get that out, but probably either at the end of the year or early next year. Just a lot is going on this year already. Wow. I'm YouTubing as much as possible. I've been doing 5 days a week, but then behind the scenes, I've also got that, I've got a startup project that I started last year, and I've got a new addition to that, which is the deal should be closing tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. It's not, the deal is not closed yet. So can't speak too soon on it. But I'm really excited anyway. But anyway, there's a lot of really exciting stuff to look forward to. So make sure to stay tuned and hit the, well, not just the thumbs up. I appreciate all the new subscribers recently. Make sure to hit the bell icon because I've been going live 5 days a week, and I will continue several times a week at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's been my target, and I've been pretty timely. So if a couple times I went live around 6 instead of 5:30, but that's in general when to expect me, and that will be Sunday through Thursday. All right, so let me know if you have any questions right now. I've got a few minutes left if you have questions. If not, I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. And what do you want the next topic to be? I have a long list of different topics, but I want to make sure they're relevant for YouTube, especially because I'm trying to grow my channel right now and trying to get it monetized. And it's not easy. It's consistency and repetitiveness, but also it's a lot of SEO. If you don't know what that is, it's search engine optimization. It's basically Google and YouTube search, which is actually one of the things I know how to do. So that's thankful. I'm thankful I have a little bit of a background in that, actually, because I'm pretty good at it. But I need to put more focus onto this channel. This channel is pretty much like a non-profit. It's not profitable, but maybe someday. I've got my sarsaparilla tea. And I'm waiting for your questions before I sign off. So if you have questions or comments or feedback, let me know now, and it'll take a few minutes to let you type. The other day in the video I said, if you have any questions, let me know, and then I signed off too quick, and then once I ended the video, I saw the comments popping up. So I'll give you a couple minutes to type it out, but if you have questions, let me know quickly, because I have a few more minutes only. But that's plenty of time probably to answer some questions. Chilling with tea. And then I'm gonna go outside because it is the nicest day in a long time. And finally hot enough to go out and get some fresh air. Well, if no one has any questions, then I'll wrap it up, but I'll give it another minute just in case you're still typing it out. And if you're in Chicago and want to meet, or if you want me to, I'm going to be doing a video of Michelle's food. If you make alkaline food, let me know in the comments, and I'll have a road trip and come eat it. It's going to be a new segment on my channel. If only there were more alkaline vegan restaurants, that would be my full-time job, is just trying them all. But I don't even think there's enough to do that for 1 week. So if you're starting a new restaurant, let me know and I'll be the first one there. And I'll make a video. However, I will be honest if it's bad, but I'll make a video helping out your restaurant, and I'll be stuffing my face as well. Everybody wins. Win, win, win. And the audience wins because they get to watch and they get something entertaining and informational. Yeah, as more alkaline places pop up around the country, let me know because I only know of one in Chicago. And then there's Michelle, who is not an official restaurant, but she's selling her food on Instagram. And that's good enough for me. I plan on doing, as long as the food is good, I plan on doing a second episode already where I come out and try it again because I want to try the entire menu. But I'm going to do it in 2 visits just so that I can do it now and not have to save up a bunch of cash because it will be some kind of cost for me, of course. Shina, hello. What have I missed? Well, I'm pretty much just wrapping up the video. I'm just waiting for people to ask questions and then signing out. So you missed everything. You can watch it back from the beginning. I talked about going alkaline for a beginner. I talked about 10 different tips, and I also talked about 2 bonus tips from someone else. So now I'm just chatting for the last couple minutes. If you have any questions, I'll give it 3 more minutes. But I'm talking to my people in Chicago. Seems like there's a lot. So if you want to meet up and have an event, I would love to plan some event in the future. Michelle, maybe you can cater, where I can do like a small class, like a seminar, or just even maybe just for fun. Maybe we can, I'll talk to you about this one-on-one and we'll see if we can collaborate on something. I am planning some big events. Well, not that big. Big as big as in I'm excited. Yes, and you can make the Snickers. I'll just teach you how to make it. Or well, I want to do several events, and if you're I'm gonna need food. So yeah, we'll have to talk about this more, especially after I taste your cooking. Then I'll know how your taste is and everything. It looks really, really good. So, but I'm thinking of some different events in the future. Also, if it all goes well, some nonprofit events where we will be we'll be feeding people alkaline food, and I might be able to either, if you can volunteer for that, or if I can raise some money and buy the food from you or something, or we can collaborate. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe you can do it to raise awareness for your restaurant, and we can do videos, something like that. I have all kinds of ideas. So if you know other people with alkaline restaurants or underground restaurants, definitely let me know so that I can meet them and eat the food. Eating the food first of all, and then second of all, collaborating if possible. But first of all, just eating it. That's good enough. Good enough for me. Shina says, I'm back in the UK, so there's a gap in the time difference. Oh yeah, there must be. Well, thank you for tuning in from the UK. Welcome. Are there any alkaline restaurants in the UK at all? I'm curious. It's hard to find some of them, if there are any. I know some places claim to be alkaline and aren't. That also makes it a pain in the butt. Not many. Are there any at all? Even one? All right. None near where I live. Oh, interesting. Yeah, me either. Well, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. It's been an hour-long video. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time, and that's going to be 5:30 Eastern or around then. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon, because then you'll be notified when I go live. So you'll be able to tune in at the beginning of the video, and you'll be able to ask questions and everything before the end. I know a lot of people tuned in at the very end, because sometimes it takes a while for YouTube to start showing that my video is going on. But for everyone that gave it a thumbs up, I appreciate it. Thank you for the help. That really helps out the YouTube algorithm. And everyone that commented, that helps out even more. I appreciate that as well. Thank you, Shaina. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, Memes Verlin. Thank you, Misophonia. And anyone else watching that didn't comment, thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. And if you haven't, oh, Cosmic Girl is watching again. Nice to see you. Friendly faces tuning in. And if you have more ideas for the next podcasts, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best. I have been getting a lot of comments rolling in, so I appreciate that. And a lot of new subscribers. We're just about to hit 2,000. Slowly creeping towards it. 2,000 subscribers. And should be maybe another week or two. I don't know. We'll see. And my videos are not that popular because I talk about things that are pretty much underground. But, oh well, it's still good topics, and I get something out of it, and if you're getting something out of it, then great. And maybe in the future the channel will be monetized so that we can have a little bit more fun and do some giveaways and have money. It's always better to have more cash than less, because then I can experiment with all kinds of stuff. Oh, Cosmic Girl, oh, you just tuned in. Thank you. The chat is growing. Thank you for, thank you. Oh, something's flying around in here suddenly. It's like, wow, what is that? Oh, it's warm out. The flying things are waking back up. It's a ladybug. Cosmic Girl said, oh, I missed it. I'll rewatch later this evening. Thanks, Doug. The chat is starting to grow. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for chatting. I appreciate that. It's growing slowly but surely, and I should be monetized sometime this summer. And I'm really excited about that. I'm not that money motivated, but oh, ladybugs are good luck. Perfect. Yes, they're healthy for a lot of different plants because they eat the pests. Oh, it's a good spiritual sign. Oh, wow. Awesome. Well, there's a lot of good spiritual signs, so I'm thankful. It didn't always used to be like that. I had to make some big changes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Misophonia, for tuning in and commenting. I appreciate everyone as the channel is growing. Yes, keep the comments coming. It's good. Good for the channel. I appreciate that. Showing the YouTube AI algorithm that we're real. We're real and we're interacting. So I'll keep coming out with more videos. And I appreciate all of you for interacting with each other as well in the comments. That's awesome. So tomorrow I'll be back, and I'm not sure the topic yet, but we'll be back with another Alkaline Vegan podcast. So until then, have an amazing day. On purpose. It's not just going to randomly happen unless you get lucky. You're going to have to go out there and make it happen. And also, we're going to have to band together and make it happen on a bigger scale. Worldwide. How about that? 2021, 2022, Alkaline Tribe is going worldwide. So hopefully I'll see you live and without this screen in the way sometime in the future. And one last thing, if you have been thinking about getting involved in the 12-week transformation program that I have, the coaching program, I might not be doing that next year, or I might scale it down, doing it on a different scale. So if you're thinking about that, definitely reach out to me sooner than later. I know that it seems like there's a lot of time left in the year, but things go by really quick. So if you're thinking about that, do it this year, because I might be too busy for that next year. But we'll keep the videos coming, so as long as you keep liking. See you tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Peace.